again, I was given this pressure washer. They said after a couple uses the pump stopped producing pressure. But a lot of times with these pumps, I find that they don't get oil added to them and they end up locking up. Here's the new pump and the old pump. I had a hard time finding this pump, which is what came on it. And the one I did find was pretty expensive. As you can see, it uses the engine mounting bolts. This is a 7/8 shaft, so make sure when you order your pump you get it for the right size shaft. One of the problems I'm going to run into, and I can easily modify this, is that the crankshaft is too long. There's two things I can do here. I can either cut the crankshaft off and use this higher keyway, or I can get longer bolts and make some spacers, set this back down on the frame the way it should, then on the underside of the frame put a spacer, then the pump comes up to them spacers, then run a bolt all the way up through and thread them right here into the crankcase. And to get the length of the spacer, just slide this one here. And I already measured it. I have exactly 1 inch between the pump and the bottom of the frame. I'm going to give it a little bit of room so that the crank ain't all the way at the bottom of this pump. So I'm going to make it 1 1/8 inches. And something else I just noticed on this engine, not only does it have the 2 slots for the keyway, it also has this full length keyway. Alright. Here's the old engine mount bolts. Here's the old pump mount bolts. I got a new 3/16 by 1.5 inch keyway. I got new 3-inch bolts. And what I did here with the spacers, I got a washer. The 3/8 piece of pipe I cut to 1 inch. Then another washer. Then this is how it'll be installed. And this here is the same threads that's in the crankcase, so this here will just go up into the engine. Alright, the pump's all bolted up. I got my hose on there, and also picked up this new wand kit. Alright, so the needle was seized in here, so when the fuel came in, it just kept flowing and it wouldn't shut the fuel off, so I got it freed up and I can blow air through it and it'll pass through this way, and when I let go it'll stop, I can blow air through it and it'll stop. So that should be good enough to get it running. I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and replace this carburetor altogether, get all new gaskets. But it should be enough to run it and make sure the pump and everything works. When taking these apart, over time, this O-ring right here for your bowl, usually it swells up. So once you take it out of here, you have a very hard time getting it to get the seal back up again, because it'll actually be larger. So whenever you take these apart, most likely you're going to have to replace this O-ring. Here's the fuel tank and carburetor for that pressure washer. Some upcoming projects. I got a tracked MTD snowblower. Do a complete tune-up and intake gaskets on that Farmall H. And an update on that Massey Ferguson 7.